Alright guys, hi. I just did a live stream and I was telling you I was going to do Harry Hood. So, in the mind of Trey Anastasio, Harry Hood. To be fair and honest, this is actually it's one of the easiest concepts to get, but one of the hardest songs to execute, just for the sheer dynamic range you need to have when playing the song. Harry Hood is not the hardest song in the world to cover if you want to cover a Fish song. There's some interesting parts that take a little bit of rehearsal and dedication, but you can handle it and make it through. And then you get to the jam part, right? And the jam part, we're going to get right into it, stitch method style. Okay, what are our chords? Okay, it's very simple. It's a D, I'll play here, D, A, G, D, A, and G, over and over again. So my question to you is, what key are we in? All right, we are in the key of D. All right, plain and simple, only because we have a D, G, and A, which is the 1s, 4s, and 5s. And it's very, very important that you know your 1s, 4s, and 5s. Trust me. All right, so we have D, G, D is the 1, G is the 5, sorry, G is the 4, kill me, right? And 5 is the A. So we have a 1, D, 4, sorry, 1, 5, 4. If I get anything right on video, it'll be great. 1, 5, 4. Okay, over and over again. You don't really need to know those numbers, but there it is. Okay, so now, what scale are we going to use? All right, we're going to use the D major scale. All right, so now, the D major scale, I am going to have a chart for this one if you want to get it, but what I'm going to do is we're going to kind of never lost this. Now, here's the cool thing, guys, is I have my YouTube stats, right? You can see what people are watching, and I started this channel for Fish and the Dead, and so I haven't forgotten you guys. But it's so funny because it's only like 2 to 6% of the fan base are here for Fish, but I'm here for you guys as well, as you know. So here you're gonna get the sneak peek, really, at the major diatonic never lost system. Really, I mean, here it is. I mean, it's very, very simple. We all learn our boxes, but forget boxes for now. Just, you know, let's learn the simple shape. We have root note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. You're gonna have this chart. I'm starting with root note on the E string. Okay, then if you notice, my middle finger started this, and the reason that the middle finger starts at this box, by the way, is because if you see, you can have one finger assigned per fret, and there's some notes behind here. Well, that looking really fast. Okay. And then you're on your octave, put your middle finger there. There's that B string. Gotta come up a fret. So here's, you wanna do frets? You want I'll name the frets? All right, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 9, 11, 12. And then put your middle finger on the 12. You have 12, 14, 11, 12, 14. Now we gotta skip because of that B string, and you have 12, 14, 15, there's your octave. So here's a little backing track. Now, we have a lot to do, but here's backing track Harry Hood, and I'm just playing a D major scale. Okay, so as you can see, I just played my never lost diatonic, or never lost major scale. All right, but that's kind of limiting right there. All right, so it's only 2 places where you get run out of rooms. Let's do it in other places. All right, let's do it here. Here's a D. Okay, so let's get our major scale shape over here. We have well, fret wise 5, 7. My volume is always off. 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 4, 6, 7. All right, there's 1. All right, now you put your first finger where your pinky is. Okay, so this system connects with different fingers, unfortunately. But now that's your A string root note. Now we end up in a G string, and you put your first finger here. And this one I love. You're actually in a pentatonic box, but we have 7, 9. Okay, 7, 9, 7, 8, 10, 7, 9, 10. All right, so now what's really cool about this? So let's do it one more time. Again, this will be on the chart below. This is your D major scales. These click together always. This can be E major, F major. It's always the same shapes that connect. So I gave you one off the E string that connects on the D string and ends on the B string. Then I gave you one on the A string that connects on the G string and it ends on the E string. This is very important. This guy where you ended and this guy where you began connect. Then you have 7, 11, 12, 10, 12, 9, 10. So, excuse me for 1 second. And I'm back. All right, so now we have this 2 octave major scale box where you can go backwards in the ones I showed you. Or you can go forward. Okay, and from here, here's my last note, do the same thing, right? Same feeling. And we can end there, all right? So now if you listen carefully, I'm gonna play all those scales. Now we haven't really gotten to the magic part. I'm gonna play all those scales that connect. And again, this is more than Harry Hood. This is really like how you connect your diatonic shapes, all right? So it's our secret, our fish fans. We have a secret here, okay? Funny feeling my looper is a little too loud, so I'm just going to creep down here, turn the looper down a little bit, and then we'll come right back to you. Yoink. That's simple. All right, so now, that was just me noodling, but you heard right at the end. Now, if you've been on this channel, I honestly think one of my most underrated videos, but the most important video, especially for us fish fans, is that Power of the 5 video. Trey really likes to use the 5, the note of the 5, to bring it down to the 1. So if we're in the key of D, we have D, G, and A. A is the 5. So right there, I went. Now that's the 5. Now all you gotta do to find that note in every place we've done it is just count 5 notes from where we started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the reason that's important is Trey uses that to come home to the 1 for those little tiny bites of tension. You don't have to walk down the scale. You don't have to do this. You can just go. You can do anything you want. So here now is me using my, and again, by the way, and I know I'm talking a lot, but this is for my fish fans. This is why I started the YouTube channel. All my lessons are all about what Trey does and all the little like bits of information. So here's the Power of the 5, okay? I'm going to play my D major scales everywhere. I'm going to hit that A note, which is the 5, and just bring it home to the 1. You can hear the tension. One thing I didn't mention is you can bring the 5 up to the next octave like this. There's my 5. I messed up there, but that I was talking about that. So here we go, in great detail. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I can do 5, 6, 7, 1. I can bring the 5 to the higher one. So now I'll shut up and listen for it. That's my 5. There's my 5. Okay, so you got a taste of that, right? You got your major scales. This should hopefully a good lesson. This is a mammoth lesson, and I hope you're enjoying it. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is Trey's use of chord tones. Now, really, if you can find any D, any G, and any A, you throw them in your solo. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of them. Okay, because it's in this video it takes about an hour and a half to show you where all the ones are. Okay, so really quickly up here you have a D chord, A chord, and you can do a G like this. All will be in the chart below. You can do a D, A. You can do a G like this. Okay, D, A, G. And that's as much as I can show you right now. Let's see where else. Let's see, we got D. Oh, we did A, G. So now, if you know your progression, D, ba, ba, da, A, ba, sorry, D, D, A, G, like I do. If you know your progression, all you gotta do is you can use now the major scale that we've been doing and adding some of the chord tones while you're on that chord. This shouldn't be new to you if you see my videos, but here's what it sounds like. Here's a A, G. It goes by fast. D, A, G, D, A, G, D, A, G. I know that part went fast, and again we're at 11 or 12 minutes, but really there's a concept. Now you're probably like, Ian, what the heck was that? But again, I'm not trying you to force to buy the chart. Okay, what I'm saying is, I can see, pause the videos. I mean, you have your D chord, you have your A chord, and your G chord. You have your D chord, your A chord, and your G chord. And if you start to study this in order, the major scale, the fifths, and the chord tones, you'll start to see that you can find any one of those things at any moment as long as you know where you are. So go very slow. Get a looper, loop your chords, and try one thing at a time. Just major scale playing. It's going to sound great. It's going to sound absolutely great. You always end on a D, end on your root notes. I never told you that, right? For now, just end on your root notes. Just connect them. And then you want to start using the 5 to bring to a root note. You want to start discovering what other notes that you feel like you can pause on. And then you want to start bringing in your chord tones. I can make this video half hour long, but D, A, G, then D major scale, and then some chord tones. Scale, power of the 5. Rock and roll, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.